Hello everyone, my name is Rhoda, and today we're going to be learning I hope everyone can hear me. Today we're going to be learning how to make a basic bodice, how to join a basic bodice to a basic skirt and to make that into a dress. So in our last class, we learned how to draft the patterns of a basic bodice, a basic skirt, and a basic sleeve. So let me remind you, this is a basic bodice, this is a basic skirt. A basic bodice is what we can call a blouse. A blouse, yes. And then this is a basic skirt. So when you join these two together, what you have is a dress. And then this is a basic sleeve. This is a long sleeve. Take the armhole, that's the armhole there, and then the sleeve length. So we're going to be joining all of that and make that into a dress. I have my patterns to my fabrics cut out. Basic bodice, that's the blouse, the top part. I have the front and the back. What differentiates the front and the back is the zip allowance. The back always has a zipper allowance. The front does not, except you want to have a zipper in front. But most times our zippers are at the back. Okay, so, and this is the skirt. I already cut it out as well. One is bigger than the other. The bigger one is the one with the zipper allowance. And then the basic sleeve cut out also. Here it is. This is that's the armhole part, and then the sleeve length. Okay, so we are going to be doing that quickly. I will be picking the darts. First thing first. First things first. Pick the darts. This is most times we cut on fold. Most times we cut our fabrics on fold. So when you open it up, you have the full front piece. So on the front piece, I am going to pick the two darts. Most times you usually have darts around your underbust. Underbust, yes. For most darts, they don't go to the bust line, except you are doing the type of darts we call the princess dart. That's the only one that goes to the bust point. But this one is the regular flat dart. We call this one flat dart. So it starts somewhere around the waist and then goes up to your underbust. It stops around under your bust, just on your under bust. It doesn't get to your bust. So that's the one I am picking now. I believe we can see what I am doing. And then one thing I should have mentioned is I hope that most of us here know how to thread a sewing machine. You know how to thread a sewing machine. You should know how to thread a machine. You should know how to use a sewing machine. You should know how to pedal a sewing machine. So what I tell people is that it is not the pedal exactly that helps to move the machine. That part of the machine where you rest your legs, the pedal, that's not exactly the part that moves it. It is the wheel. This part up here, that's the wheel that actually moves it. So don't put so much pressure on the pedal. When you want to thread the machine, after running the thread this way, don't put so much pressure on the pedal. Pressure should be on the wheel. So even if your legs are not on the pedal, the machine can still move with the use of your hands. We see those tailors that go up and down. They don't actually carry a machine leg with them, and they can use the machine. That's because it is not the pedal that moves the machine. It is the wheel that moves the machine. This head, the head, more like the brain box. That is the part that moves the machine. So I go on to picking the darts. So I'm going to be picking the darts now. I'll pick that. I'll pick it gently. Okay. I don't know why this thing keeps cutting. Okay. So these are some of the difficulties we encounter when we are sewing. my thread, the thread in my bobbin keeps cutting. So I'm going to change it to another one. Thank God. So whenever you are sewing, always have threads reeled in different bobbins. That's part of the machine. That's this part we call reeler. Reeler, this part. So you should reel as much as possible. So I have changed it. I don't know why it keeps cutting. So I will change it and put another one. Okay. So I'm going to be picking the darts. What does the darts do? The darts helps to give your dress some form of fitting. It also helps to eliminate bulges. Whenever you have something bulging around your dress and you feel that part, you don't really want to take it in, just introduce a dart to that part. The dart will help you control what is bulging around that area. So that is very, very important. It is very important to introduce that to your clothes. So I have picked one dart. I'm going to be picking another dart. For the front piece, we're going to be having two darts in front. So always mark where you want your dart. I already marked where I want to pick my dart. You can, if you take a closer look to this fabric, you would see that I marked in two places. Those are the parts that I will be picking the dart. So these are some of the ways you help yourself. You help yourself to not to have so much to do while sewing, not to have so much calculations to do while sewing. All of these calculations would have been done on the pattern. So it was on the pattern. So the pattern that helped you. You would notice I'm not even really using my tape at the moment because I have used it on the pattern. My tape is just there on my head. Maybe when I am almost done, maybe when I want to do some fitting, I could just use my tape. Maybe when I want to just check for the bust measurements, the waist measurements, the hip measurements. That is when I will now need my tape. But right now, I don't really need my tape because I have done all of this on my pattern. So that is one of the good ways of using the pattern drafting method. Pattern drafting saves you from a lot of thread. It eliminates errors. You might not really make a lot of mistakes because even if you did make any mistake, you would have corrected it on your pattern. So I'm done with picking darts for this front piece. I am moving to the back piece now. I already marked where I'm going to be putting the darts on the back piece as well. So I'm just going to pick the darts. I'm just going to pick the darts now. Darts are picked most times on the wrong side of the fabric. Except you have a reason for putting it on the right side, maybe for beautification, because from that I use for beautification. It is not every that is controlling any form of fullness. Some that are not really controlling so much fullness in some areas of the body, like the bust. You're not really controlling any fullness on your bust because the bust itself is controlling fullness. Okay, so except you want to use that to beautify an area of your dress, that is when you should have your darts on the right side. Most darts are picked on the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, so I already picked the darts for the back piece as well. So what I'll be doing now is this is the back piece. I have not cut it into two. I have not cut this into two because I just wanted to pick the darts first before doing that. So I'll cut this into two. Now, I'm going to show you something. The way we cut the back into two, ensure that the part of the back, when you touch your back, there's a part There is the part that you feel a form of depression at the back. There's the part that goes in at your center back where you have, yes, around your spine. That part that goes in, that where you have a depression there. Most times when you wear a dress and you feel your zipper bulging at the back, yes, it is because the back is not flat. The back is not like flat, like straight. We are humans, and we are, particularly women, we have curves around us here and there. So when we are cutting the back, we don't cut it straight. Where I'm going to put the zipper is not going to be just straight, like straight. No, around the waist side, I am going to take in just about 0.75 inches. I'll take it in and then cut on that point. And then I'll make my cutting. It's going to be slanty till I get up to the neckline. So when you take a look at this cutting, it's not straight. It's not straight because the back is not flat as well. Our back, when you touch your back, you would notice that there's a part of your back that, like I said, that there's a depression. It goes in around your center back. So I have cut it. I'm going to be picking the darts for the skirt now. Ensure that your darts, where you have your darts on your front piece, on your bodies, aligns with where you will be having your darts on your skirt as well. The dart should continue from the upper bodies to the lower bodies. Like you have a continuation from your upper bodies to your lower bodies. So you shouldn't have the dart on the bodies going to this side and then the dart on the skirt going to the other side. That's not professional. So I'm trying to match my bodies to my skirt now so that I can have the dart on the same point. You should have a seamless flow. The dart on the basic bodies and the one on the skirt should be on the same point. So it is okay for you to just place the upper bodies to the lower bodies, the upper bodies to the skirt area, and check where you should have your dart. So I have done that right now for my skirt part. I'm going to be picking the dart now for the skirt part. So it is always easy for you to pick when you have already picked for the bodies. All you have to do is just to place the skirt on it so you can know where to pick for your skirt. You don't have to necessarily mark your skirt before you start because you might not know where exactly it will fall. So the length of a skirt that is usually around 6 inches in front and 8 inches at the back. We have longer darts at the back. And you can make it longer if you want. It depends on the body. For some people, their body, we have people who have longer body and people who have shorter bodies. So if you want, you can make your darts longer than 6 inches in front if you want. As long as it is controlling your fullness. The fullness around your tummy, around your waist. You just want to control fullness around that part. Okay? So I'm threading my machine back. Okay. Okay. So you will notice that I have the same thread in the same color of thread in the bobbin and at the top of the machine. Because one is sewing from underneath and the other is sewing it at the top. So you should have the same color. That is how it is done. Let me try. I think the bobbin is a bit tight, so I'm trying to loosen the bobbin case. That's the short one. So you can use the reeler. What they call reeler in the market. This is the bobbin. So you can just use it to release it a bit. Feels a bit tight. I say we have moved like power of our mind. But by the spirit of the living God, everything is possible. Bigger than we used to be. We have moved, say we have moved like power of our mind. Trade my machine back. But by the spirit of the living God, everything is possible. Okay, pick me that again. All right. I'll pick that for the other side. And the wrong part, the wrong side of the fabric. At the wrong side of the fabric, I'll be picking the darts. Okay. I'll mark how long I want. I'll mark the length of the darts. So we can use 6. You can use 6. You can use 8 in front. Depends on how you want to. It also depends on what you're trying to achieve. We have so much fullness to control. Have longer darts. So now I will join the upper bodies to the lower body since I am done picking that. See, we are halfway done. Upper bodies to the lower bodies. Ensuring that both darts are aligned. Both darts have to be aligned. Very, very important. So I am joining on 1 inch. If you remember when we were cutting, we added joining allowance. So this is where we need all of this joining allowance. We always have allowance for all the joining. Same allowance. We're going to be using 1 here because we also need another ½ inch around the shoulder when we are joining the shoulder. When we are joining the back to the front around the shoulder, we'll still be needing allowance for that point. So this is where we need all of those allowance. Only one here now. Okay. So this is the front piece. I'm done with the front piece. I'll move to the back piece now. This is the front dress. This is the neck, shoulder, armhole, waist. So this is half a dress right now. I'll move to the back piece now. I'll be cutting the back skirt into 2 on zipper allowance. Please don't make the mistake of cutting on another point except on the zipper allowance. We only slash into 2 on zipper allowance. So I'm slashing this skirt into two now at the center back. And then I'll be marking the points where I would have to install my darts. So the upper bodies would help me to know that point. After aligning the upper bodies with the skirt part, so I have marked where I need my darts for this side of the back piece. This is the other side of the back piece. This is the other side of the back piece. So I would also be marking where I need my darts. That is really, really important. Like, for a basic skirt, for a basic dress, the so I've marked it. I'll put the dart. The dart is not so long. You have 6 to 8 inches. 8 inches. Don't make it longer than that. Okay. So since I picked this dart, I will then join on the waist. It's usually joined on the waist. So almost all joinings, most joinings, particularly for a basic dress like this, your joining is on your waist. Except you are making a luxury dress that the joining most times is usually around the hip, not on the waist. But for this one, it's a basic dress. Just the joining is on the waist. The joint, the part of the lower part, ensuring that both darts are aligned, both the upper and the lower dart, the bodies and the skirts. I'm also going just like I with the front piece, like I did with the front piece. I'm joining on the waist. Okay, I'm not joining this part, one side of the back. So I'm going to be picking the other side of the back now. This is the other side of the back. Okay. So first things first, I'll pick my dart on the skirt. Dart on the skirt. I already marked it. Okay. Same length, it's 6 to 8. In between 6 and 8, somewhere around 7.5. Oh, yeah. this machine. You don't want it to be fast. I just want to. Okay, let me fix my broken car. Everything is possible. Bigger than we used to be. We have moved. I say we have moved. But by power, not by might, but by His Spirit, not by reaching God. Everything is possible. Bigger than we used to be. Okay. That has been picked. I'm going to be joining the upper bodies with the skirt on the waist by 1 inch by 1 inch. Yeah. Front and back is ready. We're going to be joining the front and back. Before we join that, we join the two back pieces together so we can install the zipper. I want to join the two back pieces together first so that we can install the zipper. So before installing the zipper, check the length of your zip. Check the length of your zip. Most of them come in 24. Most of them are usually about 24 inches long. But this one, this one is 23. So ensure that the space you have for your zipper is no more than this so that this zipper can fit in. Okay, so let me check what I have on the dress. And then the length of your zip, if you're making a fitted dress, ensure that you have enough room for your zipper so the person can easily put it on. So I'm going to make it this one 26 inches long and 22 inches long, pardon me, 22 inches long because my zipper is 23 inches long. So I'll make this 22 inches long. So after fixing the zipper, you just, before fixing the zipper now, I'll seal up the two back pieces. I want to seal up the two back pieces just after the zipper. Now, when joining the back under your zipper is not straight because just below your bum, you need some fitting around that point. So instead of just joining it straight, I'm going to make it a bit slanty, just under the zipper at the back. Under the zipper at the back, it's going to be a bit slanty because I need some fitting around that area. And then you should also check the length of your slit. So I'm going to make this slit 6 inches long. Don't forget your hemming allowance. So I'm not going to, I'm making it blank because I need some fitting around that point. Okay. in constant. This time, okay. So let's always stitch. How do you stitch? You sew backwards and you sew forward. When you go front and back, you have stitched. Or you sew for a while on one point, you have stitched. So you need to always stitch so that your seams don't start to rip off from that point. You can imagine wearing a dress and then your seam starts to rip off before you get to. We don't want that. We don't want that for our clients as well. So I'll be fixing the zipper now. The zipper allowance is 1.5 inches. So I'm sewing directly on the 1.5 inches. I already took in all the bulges that needs to be taken out, so I don't need to move my zipper beyond the 1.5 inches. So I'll measure 1.5 on the dress to know where exactly to put my zipper. So I'll sew on one side first before moving to the other side. Installing a zipper is one of the most challenging parts of sewing. So you can't rush it, particularly when you're working with a fabric that is stretchy. Ensure you don't pull your fabric for whatever reason, even if your machine is giving you issues. Try as much as possible to be gentle, because this machine sometimes they get tired too. So don't pull your fabric, don't get angry at your fabric, don't frown at your fabric when you are sewing, even when you are having issues. Just see it as an opportunity to correct your errors. If you have errors, if there are mistakes, just calm down. You could even drop it and go and do something else, then come back to it after you must have pulled off for a while. So yeah, we encounter difficulties, challenges. Let me call it challenges when we are sewing. Sometimes your fabric might be giving you issues. Sometimes your machine might be giving you issues. You could imagine that just making this dress. I have brought out my bobbin like how many times? I don't know why. So sometimes it happens. Just take it in good faith. See it as an opportunity to correct an error instead of just getting angry and getting yourself all worked up. So I have to be gentle with this zipper. You can't afford to rush. If I rush it, I would make a mistake. If I rush it, I won't sew it well. And I would have to be correcting that. So I don't need that. So instead of wasting so much time correcting errors, I'd rather take my time to fix it. So I don't make mistakes. Particularly zipper, you need to get it right. You need to get your zipper right. You can imagine having a beautiful dress, but the zipper is bad. Having a beautiful dress, but you can't zip down. You won't be able to wear it, right? So take your time. One of the most challenging parts, this zipper. Very, very challenging. I don't know, maybe most times because he knows that you are about to be done. Because when you're fixing your zipper, you're almost done. In fact, zipper most times is the last thing you fix. But I'm just fixing it now because this is a beginner's class. And I want us to see how the back looks. I'm excited to put it last, but this is the a beginner's class, and I want to see how it goes before I join the one with the back. Okay. So I'm almost done fixing the zipper. Like I said, I'm not rushing it. Mhm. Even when it tries to leave my machine foot, I'll put it back. And then at times, the fabric you're working with will determine how you should handle it. If you're working with a stretchy fabric, if you're working with a light fabric, like a chiffon, a silk fabric, a, a very soft cotton fabric, you need to be as gentle as possible. Okay. Okay. So I'm done fixing the zipper for this side. I'll move to the other side. I'll move to the other side now. Let's see. Oh, okay. When you are cutting and you have threads around your dress like this, around your fabric, take out all threads, all loose threads that you don't need. Take them out so they don't disturb you while you are sewing. So they don't run through your stitches. It also help you have a good finishing at the end of the day. So while sewing, you can just be taking out some loose threads that you don't need. Don't wait until you are done before you start cutting threads. You might leave some, you might not remember to cut some. So as you are sewing, just like when you are cooking, you should be washing dirty plates. So as you are sewing, be cutting out threads that you don't really need again, like loose threads. So don't wait until you are done. Don't wait until you are done before you cut out all those threads. Because you might not remember to cut some. And we don't want to see threads hanging on our dress when we are done sewing. It's not a good thing. It doesn't help you to have a good finishing. So finishing is also very important. It is okay to know how to sew, but do you have a good finishing? Your finishing should be top notch. Finishing is as important as sewing. Finishing is as important as sewing. Let me check this out. So joining the other side, the zipper, the other side of the bodice. So when this is done, I will join it, the front with the back. I'll first join the shoulder. Almost done. Okay. The zipper has been fixed. I'll take out all the loose threads. This one, I don't need. Then I'll zip up the dress and be sure that the zipper is well placed. So that's the zipper. That's the zipper at the back. Then what I'll be doing next is that I will join the front piece with the back piece, the front piece with the back piece on the shoulder first, and then by two sides. On the shoulder, join on the shoulder by half inch. Out and in. First shoulder. Okay. Second shoulder. Thank you very much. I'm taking out all this loose thread. Always ensure you have a waist train around it, throwing all these loose threads, so you don't litter your work area with threads. Threads and pieces of cloth. Yeah, and it's okay to sweep when you are done, but when you have them in a trash, it's easier to clean up. And you have so much to sweep. So I've already joined the shoulder. Now I'm going to just join the two sides of the dress. So the dress is almost done here. I've joined the shoulder. I only have to join the two sides. And then we can say that the dress is 80% done. You only have to fix the sleeve and then do all the necessary finishing. I added 2 inches sewing allowance when I was cutting. So while doing this, you don't just sew on the allowance you added. You should also check, because while picking the darts, while fixing the zippers, you may have taken in more than you should take in. Yeah. So it's okay for you to just check your measurements again, just so you are sure. I'm working with armhole 17 or 16, so I have 8 inches. And then I'll check the bust. Bust was 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Okay, and then mark on those points. If I need 18 and I have 21, 21 minus 18, that's 3. So I need 1.5 inches here and 1.5 on the other end too. So you share your sewing allowance between the two ends. You have equal sewing allowance. You may want to ask why we need sewing allowance. We need sewing allowance because anything can happen. The body of the person wearing it might have changed. In case you need to resize it, waist 28, waist 30 divided by 2 is 15. And I have 18 here. So 18 minus 15 is 3, 1.5 also on the waist. So we would share 1.5, 3 inches into 2, that's 1.5, 1.5 on both sides. Keep going. We're moving on to so we have 1.5 inches allowance on the bust, 1.5 on the waist. Let's check what we have on the hip. Hip 40 divided by 2 is 20. We have 23 here. So we also have 1.5 hip as well. 1.5, 1.5. So just roll it down. That's it. And then do the same to the other side. Changing me and changing me. Now I'm everything out. Okay. You machine the one to go really fast. So that's what I'm taking it slowly, one step at a time. That's why the tray is working. Okay. Mhm. So I'm done with this side. I want to go ahead and start it for the dress. Like the other side. One and a half, one and a half. Most of them are, all of them are one and a half. Both the bust, the waist, and the same line. And then make sure you pin. Make sure you pin your dress. So when you are dressed, when you are sewing, pin as much as possible. Pin, 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 and pin. To save you a whole lot of stress. Okay. Almost done. Almost there. I will never be afraid. You encompasses me down, never alone. God is present everywhere. Doesn't matter what I'm going through. Okay. So my light is shining through. Oh, my light is shining through. Cause I'm never alone. Thank you. I'm trying to go at the very appropriate. This machine is an agile machine. It doesn't want me to go fast. Oh, oh, it will never give me. Oh, oh, ever alone. Oh, taking out this stress so it doesn't get in the way of my plan. Okay, so this dress is 90% ready. 90%, yes. You just have to do the sleeve. But let's see how it looks on the mannequin. You just have to put the sleeve and then fix the tape the neck, just to do any other necessary finishing. So take a look at our dress. I hope you can see it well.
Oh, yes, we can.
Okay, so that's the dress without the sleeve. The only thing that is left is just to take the neck and then install the sleeves. So this is the front, this is the front, and this is the back. See how the zipper is laid flat? Yes, because we observed taking in all the bulges that that we usually see on the back on the back of a dress. So this is the back. So beautiful, so beautiful. So that's that about this dress. And that's the end of today's class. Thank you so much for having me. This is our dress. So you can style as much as you want. You can leave it this way. You can have it looking like this. You can put a jacket on it if you want. So that's the dress. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so, so much. I'd like to put an end to this class now. Thank you.